When two titans clash, the earth beneath their wheels rumbles. And in the mid-range commuter segment of 150cc motorcycles, there's a storm quietly brewing, a storm between two machines built for the people but forged with attitude, the Honda CG150 and the Kawasaki CG150. These aren't just bikes. These are statements. They don't come screaming into the spotlight with massive engines or luxury components, but they have something more dangerous: reliability, endurance, and a legacy that riders whisper about like folklore. The Honda CG150 isn't new to war. It's a machine born out of the working man's struggle and the warrior's discipline. Its reputation didn't happen overnight. It was built, block by block, in the hearts of those who needed their motorcycle to last more than just a paycheck's worth. Its 150cc engine isn't a roarer, but it's a survivor. The power figures may not slap you in the face, but it has that perfect mix of grunt and smoothness. It delivers around 11.7 horsepower with a torque curve that knows exactly what it's doing in traffic or on broken countryside roads. That 5-speed gearbox clicks like a soldier's boots in a march, firm, precise, and unshaken. And then you look to the other side. Kawasaki, a name that doesn't belong in the commuter segment, or at least, didn't. But now, it comes crashing into the 150cc league with a rebirth, a beast in the black suit, the Kawasaki CG150. What you're getting here is not just a clone or a rebadged compromise. This is Kawasaki's answer to a question Honda thought it had already settled. The Kawasaki CG150 comes in aggressively with a lean, muscular stance. The bodywork is tighter, more defined. It doesn't look like it wants to blend in. It looks like it wants to take over. Under the seat, it houses a 150cc engine tuned with Kawasaki's DNA. It offers just a touch more response. The throttle feels sharper, the torque delivery more linear, and the sound has a throatier thump. There's a slight surge in the mid-range that gives you a satisfying grunt when you twist the wrist. It produces around the same horsepower as the Honda, 11.5 to 12 HP, but it feels like it wants to rev just a bit quicker. And that's the first sign that this isn't just competition. It's war. Where Honda scores is in its simplicity. This is a bike that feels like it could be taken apart with your eyes closed and put back together with a wrench and a prayer. Maintenance is laughably easy, parts are everywhere, and mechanics know this bike like they know their own heartbeat. The CG150 has been used, abused, and still asked for more. Its design is clean, functional, and proven. The ride quality is plush, suspension tuned for all-day comfort, and it glides over potholes like it was built on them. Fuel economy. It drinks like a monk. Modest and minimal, offering close to 45 to 50 km/h depending on the rider. And it's priced like an honest man's bike, sitting roughly between 250,000 Pakistani rupees to 270,000 depending on the region. Now Kawasaki's CG150 flips the script. It's not trying to be the exact same. Its suspensions are stiffer, yes, but they give better handling in corners and more control under braking. It feels slightly more premium, and that's no accident. The gauges, the switchgear, the finish, they're just more refined. It's the kind of bike that still plays in the practical league but wears a suit to the match. The price. It'll ask for a little more than Honda. Expect somewhere between 265,000 Pakistani rupees to 285,000, but it throws in that freshness, that unique Kawasaki edge. And when you're at a traffic light, next to 5 other Hondas, trust me, that matters. But there are secrets. Hidden beneath both bikes are features that casual eyes may miss. Honda's clutch and throttle response have been refined over the years to offer a butter-smooth feel. The ignition system is time-tested, and even in cold mornings, it fires up without drama. The air filter design and carb tuning. Pure reliability science. And while the speedometer may look basic, that minimalist layout is actually easier to read in bright sunlight and at night. The CG150 hides its genius in plain sight. Kawasaki, on the other hand, brings newer tech to the game. The chassis geometry offers slightly sharper cornering feel. The mirrors have better coverage, the seat feels a little firmer but sportier. And there's something about its lighting. The headlamp throws a wider beam. Also, the battery management and electricals seem to take notes from Kawasaki's larger machines, offering longer life and better regulation under heavy load. You can't ignore the visual impact either. Honda plays it safe with a classic silhouette. But the Kawasaki CG150 has more pronounced lines, a darker theme, blacked out components that make it look like it came from a stunt rider's dream. Riders looking for that bit of flair, they're leaning towards green, even though the bike might be black. So which one wins? That depends on who you are. If you're a workhorse, a commuter, someone who wants zero headache and lifelong durability, Honda CG150 is your partner. It'll stay with you, grow old with you, and ask for nothing more than oil and love. It's a brother from another era, where trust was everything.